Hey guys, thank you for switching into this video. It's really appreciated. There's so many videos out there, and I think you've probably switched into this video for a good reason. This is not really about hip tips per se, in terms of discussing whether they're nice or not nice to look at. This video is about. I noticed something. I saw my wife was looking uh, at a website, and then she sent the website to me, and I started reading over it, and I felt sad in my heart, honestly. And this is not ranting against the person who made this website or anything. Basically, it goes, what are hip dips? Okay, so what are hip dips? It's a type of um, way that a woman's hips are shaped. Now, okay, at first that seems okay, and then I continued to read on this website, and then over here it started talking about how saddlebags can contribute. Saddlebags, also known as muffin tops, love handles. See, and this is where my heart started pounding faster because I felt this this place throwing around with stereotypes that in a way hurt people. And see, the thing is, it's so not important what kind of hips you have. And in the end, the people who read this website might be people who think, you know what, I want to change my body and who have a genuine thought of wanting to improve themselves. When they read these things, they will feel validated in their self-doubts and their fears. And this is precisely what I wanted to touch upon. It's the way that society capitalizes on people's fears and self-doubts, and how they sensationalize things that are really not important. Because you're fine, but they won't have any traffic, sell any books or products if you don't feel incomplete. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that if you like yourself and if you're happy with yourself, why will you care to buy some kind of product that promises to make you complete or make you look or feel better, right? Now, further on this website, it shows, does everyone have hip dips? Of course not, because does everybody have the same anatomy? No. Is this the anatomy of every woman on earth? No, it's not. It's the anatomy of one type of woman, just as there are different types of men with different types of bodies. Okay? And it's something else. I'm not talking about people who are, you might be overweight, but you still have an innate body type. And there might be people who are not overweight and who have a perfect BMI, but they just a body type that is built somewhat corpulent. And here they come up with a whole bunch of statistics and misuse science to make it look scientific and persuade you even more to believe their arguments that something is wrong with you. And then they talk about why it gets such a bad rap and how it looks like. Honestly, every curve on a woman, and that's just me, on a lady, is beautiful. Women are a work of art. Yes, men as well, and we are two parts of the whole. But women are like a beautiful painting. And it's not about painting something that has so called perfect proportions. What are those perfect proportions? Those are just maybe proportions ideal for a certain notion of people or even a certain time of people. Who says that this wasn't seen as someone who was underfed in the 16th century? If we look at different body types, okay, there are ladies and with different body types. Some have a diamond shaped body, others would have a body type that looks more like an hourglass. Others might have an apple shaped body. Some might have a square shaped body, you might say. Others might look like a pear or a triangle shape where the shoulders are a bit larger than the hips. And then there's those who have larger hips than the upper body. See, in different societies, people feel bad about something that's maybe celebrated in other societies. Because there are some societies where ladies have inverted triangle bodies more commonly, and they totally find these triangular shaped bodies really nice. So they wish they could look that way. But in the societies where people have triangular shaped bodies, more of them, and less of the hourglass shaped bodies, those people with triangular bodies feel unhappy with themselves. So this is all, it's all just something that's psychological. Okay, it's psychological, and know that. It's just psychological. Yes, look at things. I'm not saying you can't read stuff or it's bad. That's not what I'm saying. I just wanted to share this because I feel bad as a human being watching other human beings suffer because people are capitalizing on their fears. You can make just as much money and traffic with positive things, showing people how to liberate themselves in their mind, in their emotions, and spiritually, and be happy with themselves, becoming healthy. You know, you can be healthy because of a positive background, or you can try and want to be healthy because of fear, because of self doubt. But the effects will be different because your body needs the power of your mind to work well. Let's look at some. What did, how did the people in the Renaissance depict ladies? Okay, these are people, they spent days, okay, dozens of hours painting a picture. And in these pictures, they depicted females. This is the female they depicted. On today's standard, the curves that this lady has might have different names. But to me, honestly, I see a very, very, very beautiful lady. A ripe lady, like a fruit. If you ask me, most of those women that people find or give a beauty standard these days, I would say that those are unripe fruit. And you pick unripe fruit from a tree, they taste sour. Okay, and I'm not saying this to insult anybody out there. Okay? No, I'm not saying that this is better than that. You are how you have been made. That's how you came into this world. I just want to show you that beauty has nothing to do with the curves that you have or the hip dip. This is a very famous painting in itself as well. Let's look at how she's depicted. She has hip dips. One of the most, this is Venus. One of the most famous paintings of Venus, actually. And she has hip dips, as you could say. Let's move on. Let's look at some other pictures here. You could say this is a group photo of ladies. Okay. Oh, they all have hip dips. They all have love handles. Could it be that these ladies are even mothers? Maybe they bore children at one point. Or maybe if you just let the female body naturally ripen, this is her shape. See? It seems to depict the different stages that a female goes through. She's young. Oh, here we have the hip dips again. Could it be that those curves that we are trying to ban these days used to be actually symbols of beauty? Let's look at some others. Let's look at this. Let's look at this lady. Compared to today's standards, you could think that this lady has been working out. She looks like she's a an athlete. Look at that. But she's a lady. She's a female, so you're not seeing any bulging six packs on her. But you see power and you see the curves of muscles and body tone in her. But you still see the curves of feminism in her. Okay? Things that we would call hip dips. Again. Okay? Again here. Nobody I'm not trying to introduce anything vulgar here. So please, I apologize if these pictures go to a point. If you're maybe younger, this is not my intention. I'm just trying to show that we should be confident. Look at these ladies here. Are these the so-called hip dips again? Look at these beautiful curves. Okay, these are beautiful women, and I want to put correct if I've ever said or done anything that somebody may feel bad about. Is this the standard that we want people to install into people's heads and have them be bulimic, eating and vomiting? I knew someone once. She was bulimic, and that's like a gift from the heavens, probably, to have had that experience. She didn't feel happy with herself, and she was a beautiful woman, okay? But because of the pictures that she saw in society and the standards and stereotypes that we put up there, she just felt she could never meet and compete with them. She was a body type, okay, that we would call an apple. She was quite small, okay? Okay, she was quite small, and but she wasn't overweight. That's not the thing. That was just her body type. But she kept comparing herself to people who looked like this. Okay? What about men? Yes, that's a different thing. I'm talking about hip dips now. What I talk to you right now here, you can interpolate it 180 degrees and project it in the same way. Okay? People need to be happy with themselves. People need to be happy with themselves and the way they look. They need to be happy in the way they look and that they're beautiful. Because the way you're made is the way you are. And don't let anybody say that you're not pretty the way you are. If you have a body like this, hey, by all means, walk around the streets and be happy with it. But of course, don't go to extremes and show off with something, because that's, again, that's a flaw of character. See, what makes us unhappy and what makes other people think negative about us are our flaws in character. So I've spoken a lot, and if you've watched till here, I thank you so much. And I thank you very much for your valuable attention that you shared with me. And again, I just wanted to share something. It started with hip dips and a website that I came across, and they sensationalize the fact that there are women who have hip dips or a certain shape of the body, and they capitalize on people's fears and self-doubts. And I'm not saying anything bad about the person who wrote this, but you should know that this is the same problem in media these days. It's so easy to capitalize on people's fears and self-doubts. But please remember, you are fine the way you are. You are beautiful the way you were made. But they won't have any traffic, sell any books or products if you won't feel incomplete. And with that, I wish you all a beautiful and self-defined and wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.